You can have my job. Hey, all you.
What do you think of Colorado's best basketball players? Does it remind you of New York at all?
Come on,
That's such a bad question. But why are you bringing it up? No, it didn't remind me. It's a little different, but it was really cool being there. First time in the Coliseum. Had the privilege of being surrounded by Katie Wingy, Reggie Jackson, as well as the rest of the Mountain Vista community. And next Friday, I think the Final Four should be some really good games. So, unfortunately, we're playing in San Antonio. So hopefully they can make it to Saturday night, and obviously we'll be able to get to that one.
Thomas available to do much today?
Yeah, I mean, we just did a lot of light work, scripting, covered some defensive stuff for Toronto, some player development. He was able to get through all that. I'm sure he'll be a little bit better tomorrow as well. So I'd imagine he'll probably be questionable for the game tomorrow night.
Since he's not available, we saw Jeff and AG together in the front court. Is that something you feel like you can go to more frequently if you need to?
Yeah, I mean, we've done it in the past, small sample size, but definitely something that we are comfortable using. I mean, Jeff, AG can both play the 4, the 5, man it together. That allows you a lot of defensive versatility when you have guys like that out there. You can switch everything, which we did in that fourth quarter against Memphis the other night. So yeah, if Thomas can't go, you have DeAndre Jordan if you want to stay big, and you can also go a little bit smaller with Jeff and Aaron.
Yeah, half game out of number 1 overall seed, but 7 games up on the West. How do you balance pushing towards the end of the year versus going for that best record in the NBA?
Yeah, for me, it's like our whole focus is not on being the number 1 seed. Like if it happens, great. But I think the most important thing for us with 18 to go, Adam, is to find a way to continue to play at a high level, build the right habits, but also stay healthy and not just, we're going to grind it and do everything we can to get that, then have nothing left or players not available for the postseason. So you don't want to do that. Injuries can happen at any point. We all know that. But we're focused on the Western Conference. If you're going to win a championship, you got to win games on the road at some point against really good teams. But it's important, but not at the expense of risking our players' health and availability.
Mike, how much did what your team has been through the last couple of years, missing key guys and now having a healthy team, how did it kind of create an urgency or a sense of mission coming into this season and having, a full roster of all the guys you're going to need?
Yeah, I mean, you go back to the last time we were fully healthy. We got to the Western Conference Finals down in Orlando while we were in the bubble. And, the years after that, you lose Jamal Murray, who missed a year and a half. You missed Michael Porter for 73 games last year. So to get those guys back and add the pieces that we've added, you feel whole and you feel like, okay, this is a team that has a realistic chance to win it. And the best part about our group is you can sense the confidence that we have. It's not cockiness, it's not arrogance, it's confidence. We let our play on the court do the talking, and that's all we're worried about. But it's really fun to see and be around a group that has the connectivity that they have, the belief that they have, and the confidence that they have as we approach these last 18 and hopefully a really long playoff run.
I was talking to Will Barton the other day. He's now with the Raptors, and he was like, I think your full lineup only played 2 games together after their Gordon trade. Jamal went out, and
right.
Will went out not long after that, Monty as well. And how difficult was it to deal with that disappointment? I mean, I know it's a couple years behind you now, but was it just knowing how good that team was and how it's
it was. I always allude to the game in LA. We beat right after the Aaron Gordon trade. We went into LA and beat a really fully healthy Clipper team, and I think that was the game where we all looked around and said, "Okay, we got a great pickup. We have a chance to win this. We got a special team." And then Jamal goes down shortly thereafter in Golden State. And then Will goes down, and all of a sudden, we're playing the first round series against Portland, and we don't even have a starting backcourt. So the fact that we won a playoff series without a starting backcourt is pretty remarkable. And then we ran into a very good Phoenix team that didn't go our way. But I think, it's always about experiences and using that as motivation. And you can't live in the past. It was unfortunate. Injuries happen every single year to a lot of teams. And when you win it, yeah, you got to be talented, but you got to be lucky. As I mentioned before, you have to have your best players available at the right time of the season. And that's what we hope to have as we look forward to these last 18 and the postseason.
Blacko available to practice today?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. You know, the fall he had in Houston, the wrist is really sore. It's his shooting hand. So be able to do some of the defensive stuff, covering the Toronto plays, but not much of the player development stuff. So hopefully tomorrow that wrist continues to heal, get better. But we also have to be smart. I don't want him going out there if he can't play his game. But yeah, he was only able to do a little bit today.
And what did you see from that Gordon, Jeff Green front court in the fourth quarter? And what is the identity when you put those two guys out there?
Well, first off, as you're saying that, I reached out to Taylor the next morning because I didn't know how bad the injury was for Brandon Clark. We're competitors. We're trying to beat them. They're trying to beat us. But there's also a human element here. And I hated to see Brandon Clark have that kind of injury, and now to find out it's a season-ending injury. But having Jeff and Aaron out there, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, two versatile players offensively and defensively. They can both handle, they can initiate, they can screen, they can roll and finish. And defensively, you can do so many more things when you have that type of athleticism. And I thought Jeff's played really well for a stretch now. And I thought he had some big-time rebounds against a really good offensive rebounding team. So I just love the versatility and athleticism that those guys provide on both ends of the floor.
Thank you.